Hi, I'm Sho, and I'm the founder of the Public Longevity Group. I used to be a biomedical researcher studying the biology of aging at the Buck Institute. And like you, I believe that this science has the potential to improve our lives in unprecedented ways. But over time, I realized something pretty crucial. Everyone agrees that scientific progress is the engine that drives the longevity movement. But what fuels that engine? What actually moves it forward? Is a thing called public trust. And earning this trust is an incredibly important bottleneck for the field that really deserves more attention than it gets. Without it, even the most promising breakthroughs risk stalling before they ever leave the runway. History teaches us that true progress only happens when both science and society move forward together. Today, longevity science is advancing, but for more breakthroughs to happen and become real therapies for you and your loved ones, we are going to need more than just the science. We need understanding, we need legitimacy, and ultimately, we need cultural acceptance. And that's why we created the Public Longevity Group. PLG isn't just another advocacy initiative. We're the first cultural intelligence platform built specifically to earn the public's confidence in our mission. We draw inspiration from established intelligence firms like the Frameworks Institute and Data for Progress in applying quantified methods to decode public sentiment, uncover narrative risks, and design bold strategic messaging that builds lasting trust between longevity and the wider public. Because when trust grows, naturally so does everything else. All the pain points the longevity space is experiencing, funding, regulatory momentum, legitimacy, access, social impact, become that much easier to navigate. At PLG, we're working to make sure that the future of longevity is not only scientifically possible, but also socially real. So how do we actually do that? Let's show you how PLG is turning cultural intelligence into action through tools, models, and methods designed to reshape how society sees longevity.
Our work begins with a core question. What does the public actually believe about longevity, and how can those beliefs be shifted? To answer this, we've built a comprehensive intelligence system. We track online discourse across platforms like Reddit, Twitter, LinkedIn, and major news outlets. We conduct high-resolution surveys segmented by demographics, psychographics, and economic indicators. We also analyze online behavior on platforms such as Google and Amazon to identify cultural trends and regional interests. Here's what we've learned so far. Scientific narratives are gaining traction, while lifestyle-based messaging is beginning to plateau. This suggests that the public is ready for more advanced interventions, yet the field is not fully meeting that moment. Most longevic narratives today, whether centered on blue zones, biohacking, or supplements, speak to the same narrow demographic. Entire regions and psychographic groups remain unengaged. And yet, states like Colorado, Utah, and Hawaii show per capita interest that rivals California and Massachusetts. These are high opportunity areas, highly receptive, yet underserved. We use data such as this as a starting point for our most powerful capability, narrative design and testing. We conduct high-volume A/B experiments to identify which narratives and communication strategies resonate by age group, political identity, and income level. We know from past national surveys that 56% of Americans say they oppose life extension. But when the framing shifts towards long-term health and independence, support increases to over 80%. We don't guess what works, we discover it. And we provide longevity organizations with the tools to act on those discoveries. At PLG, we're not just refining familiar stories about health span, we are uncovering entirely new ways to communicate longevity. New metaphors, new entry points, new language that speaks to people where they are and wins their approval without diluting our mission. This is not traditional messaging. This is strategic cultural research and development.
Hello, I'm Keith Comito, president of the Lifespan Research Institute. Over the years, I've seen extraordinary science across many fields stall or face major resistance, not because discoveries weren't being made, but because their value wasn't being clearly or compellingly communicated to the broader public. That's why, as part of our mission to make longevity science accessible, actionable, and publicly aligned, the Lifespan Research Institute is incubating the Public Longevity Group. PLG can provide the data-driven strategic cultural insights and infrastructure our field has long needed, helping us move beyond isolated efforts and towards true and effective collaboration. Already, PLG is working with the Alliance for Longevity Initiatives, the HealthSpan Action Coalition, and the University of Texas Medical Branch to turn insights into action. PLG's data will also strengthen our own advocacy efforts at the Lifespan Research Institute, allowing us to engage the public more powerfully, more inclusively, and more effectively. This is more than research alone. This is movement building, and you can be a part of it by supporting this campaign. Thank you.